Hey everybody, Summer 22. This is Assessment 7 screencast. Sorry for this late one. I should have had this one up last week. But you guys are going into Assessment 7, which is last assessment for this course. I know this 4-week course has been insanely busy. And then 509 in July will be insanely busy, but you know, I like that y'all are only having to work on 2 courses at once instead of 3 at once. So that's the method to my madness. So let's talk about Assessment 7. First, let me say that Assessment 7 is particularly important because it's one of the only times that you will show your competency in 6C and 7A, or 26C and 27A, whichever code you want to use. So a lot of the times, like 5B, 7C, we do in almost every assessment. So when you turn your artifacts into ISTE, they will see multiple times. And this is not the only time we will use these 2 standards, but this is probably the most effective time we will use these 2 standards. So I really want you to pay attention to 6C and 7A as you go through this assessment. So as always, my new addition now is to either put in the little 5-minute videos that ISTE supplies with each standard, or in this case, there were no videos. So I've copied and pasted some samples that ISTE provides for other people using these standards and what they have submitted to ISTE, and ISTE has deemed worthy of meeting these standards. So please take a little time and look at those again, especially the 6C and 7A, because these are going to be very important with this artifact. So as always, you have a learn section to complete. And I really want you guys to wrap your minds around computational thinking and design thinking. And one note I had out to myself from the last time I taught this course is to discuss how these 2 don't have to be independent ideas. So ISTE presents them as 2 distinct concepts, but I think whenever you read them, I think you're going to see how they really overlap. And quite honestly, I think that 99% of you guys are already doing this in the classroom. You just haven't labeled it as computational thinking or design thinking. So ISTE wants to put a label on this. So after you do your learn, you are going to do a collaboration with what I'm hoping is somebody new in the program that you haven't worked with yet. I sent out an email earlier and I just randomly put you with somebody that I did not think that you had worked with yet. So please, if you haven't yet, contact your partner as shown here and make a time to where y'all can discuss this idea of computational thinking and design thinking and how you might already be doing it. So we have a collaboration report that I want you guys to fill out that will show collaboration. In fact, that's yet another ISTE standard that you're meeting here, is collaborating with somebody. So if you want to throw that standard in this artifact as well, you can. After you collaborate, you will have your template as you always do here. So what are you doing? I don't want you to reinvent the wheel here, okay? Unless you read this and you say, yeah, I'm not doing anything close to this, which I seriously doubt you will. So what I want you to do is look back on an assignment that you are already doing in your classroom, or if you are not in a classroom, look at some type of professional development that you're already doing, or look at some other project that you are doing. A few of y'all are now with vendors or in the coaching setting, so it doesn't have to be a lesson for K-12 students. Remember that your quote-unquote learners can be teachers, faculty, whomever you're working with. So tell me about a state standard that you are aligning to this. If your learners are going to be teachers, this could be an ISTE standard for educators if you don't want to align it for state standards. But ISTE would probably like alignment both to state standards and ISTE standards if you can. I will add that here. Provide some assessment data that shows a need for an enhanced lessons. And then you are basically just writing your lesson plan. I'm not going to give you a template for this because I'd like you to use whatever you already have to use with your school district or employer. I don't want you to have to reinvent the wheel, but give me very detailed procedures. And when I say that, I'm going to say that, okay, if Andrea wanted to use Hannah's lesson plan next year for this, the procedures will be detailed enough to where Hannah could reproduce the lesson without having to ask Andrea too many questions. So that's what I'm talking about, details. Then a plan for how this lesson will allow students to utilize technology for problem solving, critical thinking, or self-direction. Remember, go up here to these ISTE samples when you're talking about computational thinking and design thinking and nurturing creativity, and try to see if you can mimic those. Also, I want you to create an interactive learning menu or choice board so that your learners have a choice of how you can show mastery on whatever you are doing. Create a rubric on that and examine your assessment project created in 501. I think that is labeled as Artifact 11, and y'all took that as the only tech class that y'all did not take with me. So y'all did that one with Dr. Dempster probably last summer. So you can look at that for a sample of we're kind of going further now. So try it out. I know it's summer. I know we cannot implement this fully in any capacity. Grab a kiddo, y'all. I have 3 at home if you need to borrow a kiddo, and try to quote unquote pilot this with a kiddo so that you can have these photos of implementation and all of these artifacts that you can show ISTE. Not only are you going to implement this next year in your workplace, in your K-12 setting or professional development setting, whatever, but I did this twice, ISTE. Look, I tried it out with one kiddo in the summer. I may have even made some revisions to it, and then I did it again in the fall or the spring, and ISTE will be like, wow, you did this twice. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let's go over to our summer schedule and make sure I'm not lying that that was the last assessment. Yes, that is the last assessment. Don't forget, you have Google Level 2 certification unless you're at a Microsoft district, which I've talked to you individually about. The only other thing I wanted to talk about is our ISTE Smackdown. I am hoping that all of you are coming to the Smackdown and presenting with me. I sent an email last week with all of these links. If you need it again, let me know. But I know these are you guys. Mary Elizabeth, I know you're one of these. So please make sure to fill in your name and tell me how you are going on progress to completion with our Smackdown. I will get you the timing closer to the actual Smackdown, but look how many people we have coming. I am so stinking excited. Avery is going to be presenting with us. Can y'all believe it? My little mini me. Y'all get to meet Avery. But the timing is going to be based on how many people we have presenting and how many tools. So Miss Jessica Prey, who is presenting with us and who is a graduate of this program, it has volunteered to do the timing for us. So say we have 56 slides and we have 56 minutes. Well, each slide will get a minute. And the slides will be advancing automatically, and we'll have some kind of funny sound effect to boot you off the stage if you go longer than your time. It could be as little as 45 seconds if we keep having graduates that want to come in. It could be as much as 1 minute and 15 seconds if it just stays as it is. But it's a very quick presentation. All of you guys will have at least 2 slides, and please know that we are going to mix you up. So if you have 2 slides in a row right now, we are going to put you not back to back. For example, here are Jessica's 2 slides that she's going to do. We are going to mix her up and have her present 2 different times, not back to back. If you would like to change your tool, that is absolutely fine too. The only thing that is mandatory is you come find me at ISTE and give me a hug. Some of you I've never even met in person, and I cannot wait to see you. You all have my cell. Remember, I'm on the conference team, so I am going to be absolutely insane that week. But I will see you at the SmackDown I'm going to get there at 5 o'clock for the 5:30 Monday presentation. If you'd like to come get in early, that's awesome. If you bought the Nichols EdTech shirt from 3 Stitches, please wear it and represent that Monday. I actually bought 2 so I can wear it Monday and Tuesday. And I'm just excited to see you guys. I will be at LaQ Technology Leadership Conference tomorrow and Wednesday presenting this information. I didn't know if any of you would be interested in this, but I can send it if you are. I developed a rubric for technology integration for teacher assessment based on the ISTE standards for educators, and got some help from a few of my friends down here. And that's what I'm presenting tomorrow. So if you work in professional development, or if you think your principal would like to use this tool, let me know and I will send it to you. Have a fabulous day, my friends, and I hope you're doing well. Bye.